Forget balance. Balance is for maintenance. You're trying to rebuild your life? That takes obsession. You don't need more tips. You need time you own. So wake up early, get uncomfortable, move your body, prime your mind, then attack your goals before the world even knows you're up. This is the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Let's go. Good morning. Welcome to day 65 of the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Now, people talk a lot about work-life balance and being in the zone there, but if you want to make progress, if you want to make change in your life, it's not going to come from the same thing. It's not going to come from moderation. It's going to come from you shutting out distractions, dedicating yourself, and going all in. So this routine is your way of doing that. Even if you're busy, even if you've got a full life, we dedicate time that is uninterrupted, that is fully focused towards your goals. And that's the way that you're going to get there. So if you're interested in changing your life, join us here every morning. I'm Adam, and I've been coaching health and fitness for 25 years. I have fallen off over the last few, but this is how I'm getting back. It is incredible. Join us every day. Let's change your life. Format is going up on the screen here. We're going to get in mental reps to prime the mind for today. Then we're going to warm up the body, fire up the chemistry of the body with some intensity. We'll focus the mind, and then you got your homework for the day. So come on down into our paleo squat with us here. This is the position that we're going to start every day. If this is uncomfortable for you, let's do it more. This is the human squat. So heels are on the ground, hips come down between the heels, knees are out in line with the feet. This is going to be uncomfortable for a lot of you. Grab a bumper, grab a weight, hold it as a counterbalance. And we're going to speak to ourselves. So this section here is about priming the mind. So listen, I am responsible for the things that happen in my life. Think about that. Take responsibility. I have all I need to succeed today. No excuses. I will focus on progress, not perfection. If I can make 1% improvement every day, the world is my oyster. I choose gratitude. I have all that I need. There are so many wonderful things in my life. Fantastic if I just focus on them. I'm going to go through those one more time. I am responsible for what happens in my life. Today I choose to be patient. That is one that I need more. I need patience. Today I focus on being patient. I have all I need to succeed today. No excuses. I will focus on progress, not perfection. Done is perfect. I choose gratitude. So I'm going to be tightening those up a little bit. If you're skipping that section, you're missing out. So let's get moving here in the warm-up. The warm-up may change a little bit over time just to be a little more specific to the workout for the day. But I think today's warm-up is going to cover it pretty well. So warm-up's coming up on the screen here. I may throw in a little bit of extra Y's just to warm up the shoulder. Because we're going to go with some sort of lunge and then a plank with a lift. So I'm going to go some knee raises here for the hip flexors. Get some good mornings, just a hinge at the hip. For the posterior chain, I'm going to get some lunges. So that's what we're going to do today as well. I'm going to get some burpees. Just lay down on the floor, get yourself back up. And then I'm going to get some squats. Scale that if necessary. Scale back the reps. Scale back the difficulty. There it is. Okay, let's get going. And I'm going to dig into this topic just a little bit before we start. There have been, say, 4, major goals that I've set out to achieve. There are way more, but I'm going to focus on 4 here that I've aimed to achieve. I guess this last one is still ongoing, but aim to achieve and, been successful for being successful with achieving. And when I think back to those times, it wasn't balanced. I mean, life was easier to be imbalanced with because I didn't have kids, and the farm and everything was a little bit simpler. But there have been times where I've worked to achieve a goal and balance was not the way to get there. So I'm just going to start post schooling, because I think, you get through schooling because you feel like you have to. And personally, I did not necessarily, I didn't focus myself 100% in school. So let's just say that doesn't count. So the first thing after school, though, is I dedicated myself to becoming a pilot. My goal was to join the military, and I did what I had to do well, as much as I could, to work towards that goal. I studied, I practiced, I spent time talking with other pilots, and I got good, right? I dedicated myself, and I got pretty good at it. When I ended up doing my commercial pilot's license, which was the second level in the graduated licensing program that I probably didn't need to do, the instructor that I did my test with said that it was the highest score he'd ever given. So I put myself all in there, and because I went all in, I was very successful. There were a lot of kids that were around the flying club. They were in an aviation program at the local college, and they didn't go all in. It was likely because their parents were paying for it. They just weren't at a place where they could dedicate themselves, and it took them so much longer. They didn't get better faster. They spent more money, and they just didn't get that same result. So going all in on that was the key. The second one was the gym, right? So I opened my CrossFit gym in 2012, and I did everything, from cleaning the floors to coaching all the classes to programming to paying the bills to everything, to marketing. And once again, I was younger, and I didn't have kids, and I didn't really have much responsibility. I had a dog, but I was able to focus. I was able to be there every minute that I needed to and dedicate myself fully to it, because had I gone half-ass, especially without business partners, it never would have gotten there. It never would have been what it should have been. I'll be quick on this. The third one was the farm. I spend all of my time that is not spent directly with the girls or on this project, really, working on the farm. I've got a goal of starting this thing from scratch and bringing it to a place where it supports our family and our local community. And that requires a lot of work, and I can't do it half-ass. Yes, it's kind of a part-time in terms of the time commitment it gets. But when it's time to work on the farm, it's time to work on the farm. And there's no distraction, it's focus, and it's not balance. The last one is obviously this project. And I'm all in, you see that. So we're almost more or less complete here. Let's get the shoulders a little bit too. So we're gonna do one more. We're gonna hinge at the hips. Arms are gonna dangle, and you're gonna bring them straight up overhead, in line with the body. Let's get 10 there. Get those shoulders warmed up. All right, good start. Okay. So today's workout, show you here. The first one, we're gonna go with a plank with an arm lift, and we're gonna go with I don't even have a name for it, a step forward split squat. So the first one, you're gonna come into a plank position, squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs, squeeze the legs, make this all rigid. And then one hand is gonna reach. I think I'm gonna do, maybe 5. And then 5. I'm trying not to rotate, trying to stay nice and still. If that's not accessible, just hold a plank. Just hold there. If that's not accessible, decrease the time, obviously, on the plank, or elevate yourself. So hands on a bench or on a table or in a chair, hold the plank. You don't need to do the lifts if that's not accessible. Mover number 2, I'm gonna take the barbell onto my back, and I'm gonna do call it a split squat or a lunge, but I'm gonna come back out on the same leg. So I'm probably gonna do 5 on this one leg and then switch. I don't know if that's gonna bang it. Probably. Might have to turn. Okay, so 5 and 5. If you've got a barbell, fantastic. If you don't have a barbell, but you want that same movement, stick, broomstick, PVC, all good. But if you don't have a barbell and you want to have some weight on there, grab yourself a dumbbell. Hold it in front like a goblet, or put it on the back, whatever you prefer. I'm probably going to aim for, I don't know, depending on how heavy we go, between 3 and 5 of these per second minute. And then maybe, I don't know, 5 per side or so for the arm lift. We'll see. We'll see how everything feels, right? Remember, this is the first time for me doing this workout at 5 a.m. before as well. So we're figuring it out as we go, listening to the body, right? Some mornings it just doesn't feel as good. So you modify accordingly so that you can get a good workout in. So, right now we're setting up our space, testing out our weights. Well, that's going to bang into things for sure. Well, space is tight, but I think we can do it. I'm considering going a little heavier on that and going lower reps because that feels okay this morning. While you are setting up, or if you're already ready, make sure that if you have not liked the video, press that little thumbs up button, punch it, smash it, whatever you want. And then subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And then when we're done the workout, comment. Let me know how it was. Let me know how the routine is going. And let me know what you need to go all in on. What do you need to stop trying to achieve with balance? And what do you need to commit to? What change are you trying to make that isn't going to happen part-time effort? Sure. Why? Okay, well. Didn't say it was going to be easy. Doable. And if that's going to work there. No, it's going to have to come forward. Okay. Think I'm ready. It's going to be tight here, but oh well. So, day 65, 5 a.m. squat club. Plank with shoulder lift, arm lift, and step forward split squats. I don't know the word. Alternating minutes for 10. Go with the plank first. Tis time. All right, let's go for it. 3, 2, 1. Start it up. So in the plank. Tight, tight. Make sure I get at least 30 seconds in the plank, let's say. Okay. That's good. That burns the legs a little bit while I'm squeezing them. barbell. Try 4, that's it. Good. Oh, bringing that bar down this one. That's a lot of work. Probably try for 5 per side there, but it's hard. So yeah, I'm aiming to finish the 30 seconds there in the plank. Just the rest, just a plank. Still touched. Long. I would love to throw that bar down. Holy shit. Shoot. That's a crunching in the shoulder. Halfway. Bring. Right. Right. Ooh. Right. Yeah. More of each. One more of each. Let's go. Smells like dog oil. Last one. Good job. Take a second and breathe. All right. We're going to get into a stretch here for the hips. If I can catch my breath. It's going to look like this. Sit out straight-legged. Take one leg. Cross it over. And you can just think about sitting up nice and tall. Even hinging forward a little bit. Try to hang out here for at least a minute per side. Talk about how balance is a lie. What I think is, what I've heard is balance is the goal, right? So in order to get to that goal, you need obsession. You need to get everything out of the way, take away distractions, dig down, focus, obsess, whatever you want to call it, until you get there, or until you get to a place where you can create balance by outsourcing or, bringing on partners or employees or whatever it is in that thing that you've created to allow it to keep progressing without you needing to be as obsessed. And even on that, the way that I look at it is you never balance is like, it's a myth. I mean, when you get to that place where whatever you've been obsessing about is, the goal is achieved, you're at the place, switching sides here, you're at the place where you wanted to go. There's something new, right? You're either living or you're dying. You're either growing or you're dying, sorry. And once you achieve that goal, you don't just stop, right? You choose something else, you evolve the goal, you pivot, and then you go all in. And maybe at that point, you've achieved your business goals or your fitness goals or whatever. So you're going all in on balance. I mean, as weird as that sounds, the balance that I want is, maybe it's to have more time with your family, and that's what the balance is you're looking for. But once you're at that place where you've achieved that goal, your balance or you're going all in is now in your family. Not balance, all in. So you dedicate yourself and you focus solely or wholly on that new thing, on the family. I don't know if we ever get to the point where we actually want balance now that I'm thinking about it. So the one thing that I want to think about here the most is I want to set an example for my kids. I want them to know that if they want to do something, that they can do it. If they work hard enough and they iterate and they make sure that they're always aiming towards that goal, like, you can do anything. And I think this is the point of the reason for this is we try to achieve a goal part-time and we don't get there. And then we doubt our capacity to do it, and we doubt our ability as a person to achieve our goals. But if we just went all in and we just dedicated ourselves to it, we would achieve it. Because I don't believe that anybody can't achieve their goals, because the resources are all out there. I mean, nowadays, especially, the information is all out there for you to make it happen if you just go all in. So what this is about, what's cool here, this routine is all in doesn't need to be your 24/7. All in just needs to mean that you dedicate yourself to something and you carve out focused, intentional time to achieve that thing consistently. So I am all in on this project, even though, most days after 8 o'clock, I'm pretty much done with it. I mean, I do some social media here and there throughout the day. By the way, check us out on Instagram, TikTok, go to the website, 5amsquatclub.com, join the email list. And so I'm still all in, but at the same time, I've got balance. And maybe I'm contradicting myself, but it doesn't need to be full time. It just needs to be on time. It just needs to be focused. It just needs to be dedicated. And what this program allows for is that every day. It's never, okay, well, is this a work day? Is this a rest day? It's always on. You make progress every day. You win. And it's just becomes so much easier because you're going to make progress every day. So, homework time, make progress. Sit down, work on your most important goals. Be all in. Do not allow distractions. Get rid of your phone. Make sure you're up early enough that nobody is coming to distract you. And if tomorrow you need to get up earlier to make that happen, so be it. But carve out that time, reach your goals by going all in. Don't try to do it distracted. Join us every morning in the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Get your homework done. Make progress in your life. We're here every day changing our lives. Let's go. See you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Squat Club. Have a fantastic day. Good morning.